Hi, I'm John. Welcome to Batten Kill Model Railroads. This is the journey of a guy who built a railroad for his son that you see behind me. The most I knew about model railroading is what you see behind me. 4x8 sheet of plywood, throw some track on it, off it goes, one connection, DCC, so you can have two trains. It's about all I knew, other than what I had as a little kid driving those Amtrak trains around the board that my dad built me when I was probably 10, maybe somewhere in that area. Anyways, the journey I'm trying to take us on is, like I said, I don't know anything other than that. I'm learning to 3D print. We're going to renovate this whole room. I'll give you a tour here in just a minute. And basically every little technique I learn, I'm going to pass on, saying this is what I learned, who taught it to me. And so you can go from watching a guy who the most he can do is what you see behind me to a full layout. Also new to this whole video thing, so trust me, I'm probably looking pretty nervous and everything else. So please join me as I give you a tour of the room, show you the trains, as we get ready for the next step in this journey. So my set is a fair amount of Kato Unitrack, as you can see. This was set up for my son. It was actually 4 sets. Started with the base set, M1, then V1, followed by V2, and finally V3 to make what you see behind me. We have the 2 trains on here, the CSX freight, and then I got Amtrak 302 with 3 superliners. The Amtrak Kato does have sound. Is DCC ready? The CSX freight is just a DC train, but obviously you can still make it work on DCC. At least this is the only one. Here's some examples of what I've printed so far with the 3D printer. Haven't painted yet. I'm still waiting to finish the rebuild here in this room. I'm building there. And then my son wanted a platform for his Amtrak, so I printed those. And then there's also that building as well. So the renovation for this room that will be my hobby room, this used to be a theater room. You can actually see the outline along that wall of where the screen used to be. It was big, but kind of time for something different, and I wanted a room for me and my son. So the renovation is going to start here. You can see all the leftover cords from the entertainment system, all that. We're going to take the cords out of the wall. Plug is going to move probably over here. We're going to cut out a door. Make it a little easy. Come down the stairs and come right in instead of having to walk around the whole basement. I got my desk that I just purchased. Set up the system on. Don't mind the chair. That's going to be my paint chair, as the leather is all decided to rip. We'll keep some storage here. We may turn this into actual doored cabinets, or I leave that right there. It actually fits pretty nice. This counter will be going away with the demo. And then what we'll do is we're going to take advantage of that little basement window there. Over here, we're going to put a countertop from, there's a mark on the wall right there, all the way down to here. That's 8 foot. Going to have pull-out drawers, but this is where I'm going to put my 3D printer, a resin printer, paint station, and everything else I need to go with that. And I'll build a hood for the fumes to go outside, up to that window. So I'm learning how to print with the Bamboo Labs P1S. Slowly starting to figure things out. Haven't designed anything yet, but looking at people's stuff online. The area where the train is going to be my build area. I don't think I'm going to make a permanent layout per se. My idea is to make a lot of smaller ones and actually put them up for sale once I feel I'm good enough to do it. Till then, I'm going to build them, tear them down, build them, tear them down type thing. Learn all the techniques I need to do. Basically, just learn as we go. The carpet's coming out. As much as I like walking on carpet with my bare foot, I would rather have Cortex flooring that can be wiped up if there's spills. So, like I said, right now I got to walk out there, walk all the way around the stairs. At least with this, I'll be able to do that. This setup here, like I said, pretty nice little setup. 2 very good monitors. One's off now because I'm broadcasting up there. Another thing I have not shown was my plan here in this whole spot, which is a decent sized room for what I want to accomplish here. But I think on that wall there, we are going to put a mobile work desk, workbench, whatever you want to call it, but on casters so I can roll it wherever I need it. The other option too is all my cabinets I'm going to get, other than the one wall behind me with the paint stuff, everything else, the train parts, anything I need for wiring, electrical, anything like that, will be on pull-out drawer on casters so I can roll them anywhere I need them. I'm not going back and forth to get stuff. I can roll it to this area to work, or if say the desk is over there, I can sit there and do the work. So making everything mobile was the key to this idea of mine. This is one logo I've made and thought it came out pretty good. This is the other logo I made. A little different than what the real thing is out in Batten Kill. On the Batten Kill River in upstate New York is where I got my idea of this. They have a train that looks similar to this, not quite. I wasn't going to copy it completely. But I like this one too, so I'll be rotating between both of those. Anyways, that's the room. That was the trains. Gives you an idea of what I'm working with here. How it's kind of a clean slate, but I plan to make it into something I feel is special. So the first couple layouts are going to be probably take a while. I mean, this is a journey that could take a year to do a layout, maybe less. Like I said, I do work a full-time job in transportation, so, but we will get to this, and I will do a little bit here, a little bit there. I'll videotape whatever I do, and I'll let you know. and we'll go from there. So if you want to go with me on this journey, which I hope you will, I hope you'll like and subscribe, join my channel. I've got workers lined up to come in and at least knock the door out, help get rid of the bar, and we'll kind of go from there. Put the floor in, and then I can start bringing in the stuff I'll do. They may probably help with the vent as well. So other than that, please join me. I look forward to talking to you. Once again, thank you for visiting Batten Kill Model Railroads. You have a great day.